What if you get out of one abusive and fucked up dynamic in a relationship, all to just find yourself in another one, right? The wild thing about a fucked up and dysregulated nervous system, usually learned in childhood, is that it seeks what is comfortable and familiar, right? So you might get out of one abusive and fucked up relationship with fucked up dynamics, all to find yourself in just yet another one, right? What is comfortable and familiar to a dysregulated nervous system is chaos. It is abuse. It is the chase. It is masochism and sadism, right? It is all these fucked up dynamics that were comfortable and familiar to childhood, right? And your nervous system's drive to keep that alive in your life is its first priority. If you learned regulation in childhood, you wouldn't be attracted to fucked up individuals with fucked up dynamics. You'd be attracted to healthy individuals that are peaceful with healthy regulated nervous systems who actually know how to regulate their nervous systems, and they don't require you or anybody else to do so. The wildest thing about a dysregulated nervous system is that no matter how fucked up the relation is, its drive to keep its experience the same over and over again is the top and first priority. And so that's what's so fascinating about this dynamic is that you might find yourself trying to do better for yourself, right? You might get out of an abusive relationship and you might think to yourself, I don't want to do that again. That was really painful. That fucking hurt. Nothing's really going to change until you actually stabilize this. You're going to continue being attracted to the chaos. You're going to continue being attracted to the drama and the gossip and all of the fucked upness. None of that's going to change. You have to actually do the work to transform your nervous system to both be attracted to and attract differently. Attract healthy, peaceful, regulated individuals. Nothing changes. That's the reality of it. Nothing will change. And the fascinating thing is that you have to understand, even if you don't want it, like even if consciously, like you're looking at the situation and you're like, I don't know, like this is not healthy, this is painful, this is fucked up, I want better for myself, you are attracted to the turbulence. And until you actually do the work on yourself and push yourself into a healthier state, you're going to continue to attract and be attracted to all that stuff. So let me give some insight into my own life, into like storytelling and everything, right? Because I think that this is very important to give a sense of, understanding for a path forward and what this actually looks like, right? There was a point in my life when I was actually attracted to dysregulated nervous systems. I'm not going to say why. I'm going to keep all of that boundaried, right? Um, but the reality of the matter is that I actually had to understand that I was being hurt by people. And not only that, but I was allowing myself to be hurt by people. I was staying in fucked up relationship dynamics because, I mean, at the time, again, not to get into any of the fabric, but it was what I believed that I deserved. And so, because of that, I continued to seek it. I associated love with pain. I associated all of these fucked up dynamics in relationships with just normal, and that's just the way that relationships are. There's a difference between healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships. Healthy relationships consist of regulation, they consist of each individual being able to regulate, right? Like within themselves, right? Unhealthy relationships consist of a lot of fucking games. They consist of a lot of fucked upness, a lot of back and forth fucked upness, a lot of dysregulation, a lot of external regulation, right? You could actually end up being the external regulator for somebody else, right? And that might be a dynamic that is comfortable and familiar to you. It doesn't mean that you actually want to do it. The fascinating thing, let me say this before I say anything else moving forward. Until you actually heal from unhealthy dynamics, you don't realize that it's actually not what you want. Peace is absolutely amazing in relationships. It really is. And you won't know that until you do the work to heal the masochism and the sadism and all of the games and all of the chasing. All of that stuff is just based in emotional underdevelopment, emotional immaturity, emotional unavailability. You don't realize that what you have is something that you don't want until you can actually see it for that. And the only way that you can see it for that is when you actually do the work to heal your fucked up nervous system that is attracted to all of these fucked up dynamics. It's not good or bad or right or wrong. It's just not healthy. You don't know what a healthy relationship is until you're in one. You don't know how actually amazing and blossoming a healthy relationship is until you're in one. But you're attracted to fucked up dynamics in relationships, and you continue to choose that because that has been exceedingly normalized for you. That is comfortable and familiar. It's familiar to childhood. It's familiar to everything that you learned that love is, right? Healthy to a lot of people that are used to unhealthy relationships actually feels really boring. A lack of drama, a lack of gossip, a lack of chaos, a lack of pain, right? You could get in a relationship that is healthy and it might not feel right for you because what you're used to is love and pain, which is masochistic. It's not healthy, but it's the way that it is. That's the dynamic that it is. And being able to see that for what it is and understand what it actually means is really important. You won't be attracted to healthy until you heal your nervous system. You won't be attracted to peace until you heal the chaos, the masochism, the sadism, and the comfortable and familiar dynamics. That's the reality of it. All of this stuff can transform in your life. Your life and your relationship experiences can completely transform if you do the work, if you actually heal the fucked upness that you learned. Healthy love is not painful. Enmeshment is painful. Boundary violations are painful. Chaos is painful. Unpredictability is painful. It might be an adrenaline rush in the moment, and it might make you feel high, and it might make you feel comfortable and familiar to childhood, and therefore you might be like, oh my God, this is it. You're the love of my life. You've got to be my soulmate. You've got to be my twin flame. You treat me terribly, but that's how this is supposed to go, right? I'm supposed to be treated like shit? Yeah, that makes sense. That's comfortable and familiar. Yeah, that's how mommy and daddy or whoever caretake me growing up treated me. They treated me like crap, and I learned that I'm supposed to be treated like shit, so you feel like home to me. My nervous system welcomes you. It does. Please slap the shit out of me, both physically and metaphorically, emotionally. Do everything that I know that I deserve because this is the way that I deserve to be loved. It's fucked up. But that's what a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, it's not good or bad or right or wrong, it's just not healthy. And this is what a lot of people go after when they are in unhealthy dynamics and relationships. And that's just the reality of it. But this is all changeable. It's just a matter of doing the work. And that's the wild thing. And it's wild to be on the journey of actually seeing how it transforms in my own life because it's incredible. It really is. And not only that, let me just make this very last thing clear before I end off this video. When you do the work and you become more confident in yourself, your entire perception of yourself changes, and then the way that other people perceive you changes. The way that other people see you is a result of how you see yourself. It always has been and it always will be. And so the work that you can do to see yourself in a healthier light, that is what will transform other people to see you in a healthier light.